Sub-35,000 rupee phones usually try to balance everything. The Infinix Note 60 Pro ignores balance completely. It's a blunt force anomaly built around raw hardware. For 32,000 rupees, the spec sheet reads like a mistake. A Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 processor, a 144Hz 1.5K AMOLED display, and a massive 6,500 mAh battery. Delivering 50,000 rupee hardware at this price requires severe cuts. To hit that 32,000 rupee mark, Infinix had to carve out features in less obvious places. Look at this radar chart comparing the Note 60 Pro in the solid color against the average 32,000 rupee mid-ranger in the dotted line. The spikes pushing outward show where Infinix dumped its budget. The battery, processor, and display metrics completely crush the segment average. But notice where the lines collapse inward. The phone falls noticeably behind when it comes to software cleanliness, haptic feedback, and the auxiliary cameras. We are not going to give you a simple good or bad verdict today. Instead, we'll map out exactly what you are trading away, so you can decide if this extreme formula actually fits how you use your phone. Housing a 6,500 mAh battery and a high-end processor requires a thick, hefty footprint. This is not a thin, lightweight device. That bulk translates directly to performance. The Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 holds sustained 120 frames per second gaming, and navigating media feels incredibly fluid. Sustaining those high frame rates is only possible because Infinix included a 3D vapor chamber cooling system inside that thick chassis to pull heat away from the chip. On the outside, however, the design is highly derivative. With its flat metallic rails and specific camera layout, it looks like an unapologetic clone of the iPhone 17 Pro. This graphic compares a standard 5,000 mAh cell to the Note 60 Pro's 6,500 mAh battery. With bypass charging, plugged-in power routes directly to the processor to prevent heat. But hitting 90-watt speeds requires Infinix's proprietary brick, which runs hot. The physical design lacks originality, but if you prioritize sustained frame rates and battery endurance, this hardware foundation is exactly what a mobile power user wants. Moving to the exterior, Infinix added several flashy hardware features to mimic premium flagships, like the Active Matrix LED. Built into the rear camera island, it uses 288 independent pixels to show notifications, charging status, and custom animations. They also added a custom side-mounted button that integrates health sensors. You can press it to instantly track your heart rate and blood oxygen levels. In practice, these features border on gimmicky. The Active Matrix display lacks deep third-party integration, meaning it won't sync up to visualizers and apps like Spotify. It only works with the native music player. Inside the phone, the XOS 16 software offers some genuinely useful additions, like the on-device Flagship AI, which can handle screen analysis, summarization, and translation. But look at this balance beam. The useful AI tools are violently outweighed by an operating system bloated with pre-installed apps. This leads to daily frustrations: a clunky launcher, a glitchy dynamic bar, and a cheap, hollow haptic motor. Sitting face down on a desk, the phone looks wildly futuristic, but the actual moment-to-moment software interaction is unrefined and requires patience. Let's examine the photography setup. The physical camera module is massive, but it's dominated by a single lens flanked by two tiny secondary sensors. The 50-megapixel primary sensor is excellent. It includes optical image stabilization and captures photos with a natural, unprocessed look that preserves actual detail. That lack of processing is a massive advantage in low light. Instead of artificially sharpening shadows to the point of looking fake, the Note 60 Pro delivers clear, bright images. But here is the fatal flaw. This step-down chart shows where the camera budget ran out. After the main 50-megapixel lens, quality drops sharply. The 8-megapixel ultra-wide and 13-megapixel selfie cameras are severely under-equipped, producing flat, overexposed images. It is a highly imbalanced system. It rewards traditional point-and-shoot photography with the main lens, but actively punishes anyone trying to shoot modern front-facing content. The Note 60 Pro is a blunt instrument. It excels at brute force tasks, but fails at finer details. Your decision diverges into 3 distinct paths. We built this decision tree flowchart starting with one simple question: what is your primary priority? If you go down the first branch, you are the power optimizer. You want raw performance and maximum battery. For you, this is a buy. For gamers and heavy media consumers, the sustained frame rates and the 1.5K screen and that 6500 mAh battery provide unparalleled return on your 32,000 rupee investment. The clunky UI won't matter. The second branch is the casual creator. If your priority is vlogging, this is a strict avoid. The subpar selfie and ultra-wide lenses will ruin your workflow. You should look at a safer, more balanced alternative. Finally, the third branch is the UX purist. If you value clean software and crisp haptics, this is also an avoid. The bloatware and cheap vibration motor will drive you crazy. The Note 60 Pro is not built to please everyone. It's a highly specialized tool for a specific user. Recognizing your own priorities is the only way to ensure you get what you pay for.
With 3 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches, this is where everything feels pro.